Well, here we go. I've been asked to do my predictions for the Premier League this upcoming season, so I thought I'd give it a stab in the dark. I thought I'd give it a go. But it's been a long day. It's really hot outside, 26 degrees. I've ran 5 mile to work today and I've ran 5 mile home. I think at time I deserve one of these bad boys. So, what I've decided to do, I've cut it down to sections. I'm going to show you the mundane sections. Clubs between 8 and 16. Oh, listen to that. Listen to the music. Sweet, sweet music. And then I'm going to show you the clubs I think are going to come 5 to 7. Then the top 4. Then the bottom 3. Bottom 4, shall I say. This is going to be my Premier League predictions. I deserve this, baby. So, without further ado, is my predictions. What I think is going to be where the teams are going to finish 8th position down to 16th. The mundane positions. The positions where, let's face it, I couldn't give a shit about. These are the positions I think these teams are going to finish in. Watch this. You big, beautiful bastard. So there we go. Marco Silva's at Everton are going to finish in 8th place. They've bought in Gomez, who they had last season for 20 million, and Fabian Delph for 9 million from Manchester City. They're going to have a really good season. 8th place with a brilliant goalkeeper, ex-Sunderland goalkeeper in Jordan Pickford. And we go all the way down from Everton to Leicester in 9th place, in 10th place, Watford, West Ham 11th place, so on and so forth, all the way down to Crystal Palace, who are just say going to survive. Because Roy Hodgson, they've lost a good player in Bissako, 50 million to Manchester United, and they've not replaced him. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a tough season for Crystal Palace, a really tough season. But which teams are going to finish in 5th, 6th and 7th? This is what I think right now. Watch this. Yes, I think Arsenal are going to have a terrible season. They're going to finish in 7th place. Terrible by their standards. I don't think Emery has done anything good. I don't think it's going to improve the side this season. I think that they've lost more players than they've gained, and they've made a profit in the transfer window. So for me, they're not going to do too good. Arsenal fans are going to be disappointed. Disappointing season for Emery and Arsenal fans. But a team I rate highly, and a manager I rate highly, in Nuno Espirito Santo, all the way from Portugal. He was a great goalkeeper. He only made the B team for the Portuguese side, but he was a good goalkeeper. Got great team spirit, a great want to win, a drive, togetherness. They've got a fantastic squad at this moment in time, Wolves. They fight for each other. They put their bodies on the line and they give 110%. That's what you want from a football team. And they're getting Jimenez 30 million and Dendoncker 12 million. So they've improved the squad, and they could still improve the squad. I predict Wolves will finish in 6th place, and just above them, Frank Lampard taking over at Chelsea, at the helm at Chelsea. You can't buy any players. Pardon me. You can't buy any players. This embargo is kicking in. They've lost a few players. They've only got in Kovacic because it was bought before the season ended. That cost them 40 million. But they've sold Hazard. Hazard's gone 135 million or whatever it was. Cahill's gone. Morata's gone for 58 million. They've lost a lot of players. A lot of players gone out on loan as well, the youngsters. So Lampard's going to find this a tough season. But he's going to do okay. He's He's going to finish in 5th place. Europa League. So Scoobies, who is my top 4? Who's going to finish in the top 4 positions in the Premier League? I think you know who 4 they are, but which order they're going to be in. So as you can see, in 4th place I put Manchester United, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer isn't the man for the job for me. He'll improve them slightly, get them into Champions League in 4th place. Is that good enough? For you fans out there? Is it good enough? 4th place? You've lost Herrera, Valencia and Wilson, but you've gained Bisaki and James. The problem is Paul Pogba. If Paul Pogba is a team player this season, and he adheres, then you'll finish 4th. But if Pogba is going to be a fly in the ointment, is going to be a person who won't get the team together, won't gel the team together in a team spirit. He's going to break the team up. If he's not going to be a team player this season, you will finish worse than 4th place. Pogba has got to be on side. You've either got to sell him or get him on the side. Get him in the team, get him playing for the team, get him building the team, get him the team gelling together. He can make or break Manchester United season, and even with a good Paul Pogba pulling the strings, playing good football, being a leader, you'll still only come 4th place. But if he fucks about, then you're fucked. And in 3rd place, we all know who 3rd place is going to be. It's Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur. So Spurs under Pochettino have come on leaps and bounds over the season with spending no money. They've got a brand new stadium. And they brought in Tanguy Ndombele, 58 million or something. And they've lost Trippier to Atletico Madrid. They've spent 73 and they've gained 40. This is the first season for a while they've spent some money, but still won't be good enough. They'll push Manchester City and they'll push Liverpool, but they won't get any higher than 3rd place, even though I rate Pochettino is one of the top 4 managers in the Premier League. I think Jurgen Klopp, Pep, Pochettino and Nuno Santo, 4 best managers in the Premier League for me by a mile. But Spurs will finish 3rd place. And again, that's a good result for what they've spent. Unless they go and splash millions more in the market between now and the start of the season, they're going to finish in 3rd place. So who's going to finish in 2nd place? So, in 2nd place, I'm going to predict Manchester City will drop down to 2nd place this year and Liverpool will win the Premier League title. They will win the Premier League title. Jurgen Klopp has got this team absolutely on fire, performing, getting better and better and better building blocks every single season. Absolutely fantastic teamwork. Everybody in that club loves everybody. The players are team, the players won. They've got true spirit, true grit, true teamwork, true passion. They've got a fantastic fan base, a brilliant stadium, and this is going to be their year to win the Premier League. Finally going to win the Premier League for fucking donkey's years. But so far they've only spent 4.4 million on Van der Berg. But it doesn't matter. They've got players with injury who can come back off last season. And they've got a fantastic squad, a brilliant team ethic, spirit. Absolutely wonderful. This team is going to win the Premier League this season. I predict just for Manchester City, who've lost Fabian Delph, and company is going to be a massive miss, even though they've got Rodri from Atletico Madrid. And obviously they've got 1 or 2 other assets. I think Liverpool will win the Premier League and pip Manchester City. And Manchester City will have to stay a settled second fiddle this season. They've won it twice on the belt, but now they're going to drop behind Klopp. Klopp, absolutely clippity Klopp, fantastic manager. But who's going to finish in the bottom 3 and who will just stay above in 17th place? We all know Steve Bruce hasn't got a very big backing, a very big following as the new Newcastle United manager.
I mean, I'm from Wallsend, he's from Wallsend, right? He's an absolute disgrace, to be honest. I don't want him.
I was young, I had no sense. I bought a flute for 50 pence. The old election, and I don't play. It's fuck Steve Bruce and the tune of me. I'm from Wallsend, he's from Wallsend, I'm from Wallsend.
Steve Bruce at the club. Your first reaction?
I mean, who gives a fuck?
Well, you should,
The point
because they could
is-
have given that to Rafa Benitez.
As soon as we got rid of Rafa, I knew it was game over. This is just a faceless, nameless guy who just get any old shit, given the management job. Well, we've got him. He was Sunderland's one of Sunderland's worst managers in terms of doesn't take itself serious anymore. We're a joke of a club. All the
So there we have it. In 17th place, only squeaky bum time all season, just say squeezing out of the bottom three, is Newcastle United. And that is only if the fans embrace Steve Bruce. It is not Steve Bruce's fault. He is the manager, he's the Geordie, he wants to be the manager of the team he supported as a child, his childhood. Forget about Sunderland, he's manager of Sunderland. He got paid the Spondoolies to do a job, looking after his family. That was the best job available at that moment in time. End of the day, his heart's Newcastle United. He's always supported Newcastle United. Mind you, he could have been there a few seasons ago. A couple of opportunities came along. He could have been manager then. But now he's taken this opportunity. He's going to grasp it by both hands. And if Newcastle United fans don't embrace the Steve Bruce, they may get relegated. Never mind the Mike Ashley's. We all know Mike Ashley's a complete and utter idiot. And that nobody at Newcastle United likes Mike Ashley. It's not the Mike Ashley issue. It's a Steve Bruce. It's not Mike Ashley, it's Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce is a different person, different entity. He loves Newcastle United. Mike Ashley couldn't give a fuck about the Geordies. Mike Ashley is interested in this and this alone. And Steve Bruce, if he uses his knowledge, he grasps it by both bollocks. He could have a decent season and keep us afloat, because you're one of the favourites to go down at this moment in time. A lot of fans think he's going to go down with this championship manager Steve Bruce, who's always resigning from clubs. But this is his one last massive chance. And the fans, I couldn't give a fucking shit, but if the fans embrace him, because he's one of your own, embrace him, you could scrape out from the relegation zone. We all know what people think about Steve Bruce, about Mike Ashley. But it's down to the fans. If the fans want to survive in the Premier League, stay in the Premier League, you've got to support your manager, and that's full stop. And for the three teams that got promoted last season are going to come down in the bottom three this season, it's going to be one step beyond. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, one step beyond. So like we say before, in third off bottom, I'm going for Aston Villa. They've spent quite a lot of money this season so far. To me, it's like a carbon copy of Fulham. Fulham spent a lot of money, invested a lot of money in the club, but they still got relegated. And I feel Aston Villa are still going to come up short. Whether all these players can gel together, come together and embrace the Premier League, they're going to have a fantastic ride. I wish them all the best. I wish all the teams who got promoted last season all the best, and I hope he's proved me wrong. But Aston Villa, for me, third off bottom. Then second off bottom, Sheffield United. Chris Wilder's doing an absolute fantastic job at Sheffield United. Absolutely fantastic manager with the money he's had. He hasn't had much money. Done a great season last season, getting promoted to the Championship. But I think the Premier League is a different class. It's a different level altogether. And I just don't think they have the funds. 20 million to spend is not enough money to stay in the Premier League for me. They've bought in Mustard. They've bought in Robinson. They've bought in Freeman. For me, Luke Freeman, good player. But it's not enough money. Just not enough money to stay in the Premier League. I'm afraid you're going to fall at the first hurdle. You're going to get relegated straight away, same as Aston Villa. And I wish Sheffield United fans all the best. Great set of fans, great club. And you know, if you survive, good luck to you. But I predict you're going to finish second off bottom, just for the fact that the squad isn't going to be good enough. And in bottom place, overtaken by Sheffield in the transfer window, in the summer period, is Norwich City. Daniel Farker is going to be relegated in bottom place because they've got no money to spend. I think it was 20 million they'll be allowed to spend, but they've spent 3 million so far this season. 3 million is by nowhere near enough to survive in the Premier League. Daniel Farker is fact. You're going back down in bottom place. But then again, I don't mind Norwich fans. I don't mind the players. I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great season. But I predict you're going to be bottom of the table. So there you go. There's my predictions for the season. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. Please give it a like. And it's time for a drink. So this season, the 4 teams I predict to win the 4 divisions is Liverpool, the 5-2, Leeds 5-1, Sunderland 4-1, and Bradford City 6-1 or 7-1. There's me accumulator, me Yankee, or whatever you want to do with it, Yankee Doodle Dandy. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. 'Cause we are the champions, we are the champions, no time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the leagues. And we'll catch you next time.